everyone! Welcome back to the Happy House Founders!
I'm Tracy.
I'm Brooke, and today we're going to be teaching you a little game I like to call Store. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, but it actually creates some great life lessons. So all you're going to need is Monopoly money. We have Kids Monopoly, so it has easier numbers, and we also have regular, I went the wrong way with that, regular Monopoly, which has like the higher numbers. I prefer the Kids Monopoly to explain it, but you can use whichever one you have.
And your kids can make an open and a closed sign just from a simple piece of paper, little tent card.
Wrap it up. Yeah. So the way you play this game is really simple. Everybody starts off with the same amount of money. You can choose how much money you want that to be, but make sure that they have a lot of the smaller bills, like the 5s and the 1s. Like the 1s and the 5s, or the 10s and the 20s for the bigger game. So what you're going to do is really simple. Your kids are going to take some of the stuff that they have lying around their house, their rooms, their books, their toys, and they're going to figure out which ones they want to sell. What we did is we had like a space on our wall that we'd prop things up. So we have my 96-pack crayons for $7. And I just took a piece of paper, taped it on, and then I have a coloring book here for $13, and you just like set it over where your designated store is. And so with that money, the person would come in and be like, oh, can I have the book? I see that it's $13. And you'd go and the kids would take, you know, a 5 and another 5 and 3 1s if they had exact change, or you would have some change here and I would give 2 10s and the kid would count back $7 and change. It's really helpful because it might take a bit of time at first. You might have to teach your kids, but it will help them with their addition and their subtraction. It will help them understand how money works. Now, if your kids ask if they can have a credit card, the answer is no. I tried to teach this game to some kids that I used to nanny for, and they asked about credit cards, and I explained to them that they were not old enough to have credit. They didn't like that so much, but...
Now the other thing Brooke did here, she used a sticky note. So if you don't want to actually tape to things, sticky notes work really well. And the other thing that we also did is sometimes we just limited the items to books. So as homeschoolers, we would go to our local library and everybody was allowed, I think, to take out 15 books. So seriously, we would take about 60 books at a time out of the library. I know, sounds crazy, and I felt a bit guilty. I felt so guilty when I came to the counter until one time the librarian said, oh, I love when you guys come because we don't actually have enough shelf space for all the books that exist. So I know when you guys come, it's going to clear out some shelf space. So I was like, oh, I felt like I won the lottery when she told me that.
Now,
I don't buy lottery tickets.
Keep in mind, your local library is probably closed right now, but I'm sure you have your own books lying around the house that your kids are very possessive of, and that's when the store comes in really handy.
And one of the reasons myself as the educator loved it when they did it as a bookstore is invariably what would happen is the closed sign would all of a sudden go on their floor and they would discover a book they hadn't seen in a while because it had been in their sister's room or downstairs or whatever, and they would be found reading for 10 minutes, half an hour, 2 hours, and then there'd be someone else going, can you open your store? I want to buy some more books. So it really helped to develop that love of reading. So hope that helps. This is something our kids did
for hours
without intervention from the parents.
It's a very self-running store as soon as they understand it, and it's really great too because if your kids want to make some more of their Monopoly money because they've run out and nobody's buying anything, they can do chores for their Monopoly money.
Liking the sounds of that.
And it also, if you have kids who are very possessive of the toys they have and they really want to like borrow a toy and their sister or brother's not letting them, they can start with the store so that they know how much time they each get with it. Yeah. So we hope this helps you.
And one thing, I always made sure they had to limit their store to their room, not the hallway. You have to establish those rules ahead of time.
Yeah, the stores will go into the hallway if you don't stop them.
Yeah. So for now, this video is closed. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.